Hello, my name is Jill Cook and I'm a member of the National Coalition for Personnel Shortages. Student Instructional Support Personnel, or SISPs, or related services providers, work in school-based settings on prevention and intervention so that students can be successful in school. They work to help implement and create safe school, caring, learning environments. Student instructional support personnel work with students on behavioral, physical health, communication, and social and emotional issues so they can learn and be successful in class and in school. SISPs work with the entire school community, parents, administrators, teachers, and the community, so these students can be lifelong learners and have success in whatever it is they choose to do. Now let's take a listen at a few of the student instructional support personnel as they share about their collaborative roles in schools.
Hi, my name is Laura Allen. I've been a nurse for 10 years. Half of that time has been in school health. I went into school health because I had small children and that type of work life suited my family life very well. I was going to work when they went to school and coming home when they got home, so it was really, really convenient. One of the things I love about school health is being part of a team. I work with the school administrators, guidance counselors, school psychologists, also with the parents and students themselves, their pediatricians. And the great thing about being part of that team is we all have one focus, which is to keep students healthy and ready for learning. I had a student, for instance, who was in danger of dropping out of school. She was unfortunately pregnant and she had no insurance, was undocumented. I helped her acquire insurance through a maternity partnership. I provided prenatal care for her in the school and trimester teaching. And then helped her afterwards with her parenting skills. And she joined a group that I had formed for teen parents. So it's that kind of thing that gets me excited and ready to move in the morning. I never know what's going to happen when I walk in the door. And the one absolutely fantastic thing about being a school nurse is that you learn something new every day, whether it's about a disease or about a student or about yourself. It's a wonderful profession to be a part of.
Hello, my name is Christina Connolly and I am a school psychologist, and the reason why I went into school psychology was because while I was an undergrad student, I worked at a psychiatric hospital and I was working with kids that were having some real severe behavioral problems, and I was looking and wondering, well, what can I do? Where can I go? Where can I work in order to really address kids from the beginning, from when they're really little up through high school. And school psychology really seemed the place to where I could go and do that and really be able to touch kids from the start, whether they're having emotional problems, academic problems, wherever they are, from preschool up through high school. And as a school psychologist, I remember I worked with one particular family, and the student I came in, she was having some trouble. Her parents were divorced and she was having trouble making friends and doing her work at school. So I went in, I consulted with the teacher, came up with some plans to help her, met with her individually, did counseling with her, did some mini family counseling with her and her sister to try to help her to adjust to life living with her parents that are divorced and had remarried, and how to adjust in school. And as a school psychologist, I've done everything from testing kids that are having trouble academically, helping their teachers find out what their strengths and weaknesses are to really help to guide them so that they can excel while they're at school, doing counseling, whether it be individual or group counseling, doing groups for bullying prevention, doing crisis work for, let's say, if you have a student dies or a teacher who dies, or even a kid that's feeling like they might be suicidal or maybe wanting to hurt or harm someone else, working with any and all of that in the schools. And there's so much more. So I really hope that you take this time, really consider joining our field and becoming a school psychologist.
Hi, I'm Judy Schoonover and I'm an occupational therapist. I work in the public schools. Some people don't know what occupational therapy is. When I walk into a classroom, I tell the kids, I'm an occupational therapist. Let's take that apart and figure out what my job is. And so we'll talk about occupation, and an occupation is a job, and we talk about a therapist, and a therapist is a helper. So then I ask the kids, what kind of jobs do you have in school? And they may say, oh, I'm supposed to listen, or I'm supposed to follow instructions, or I need to learn how to read or write better, or I need to make some friends. And I say, exactly. That's what I do. I help you do your job through my job. And it's so exciting to be able to make a difference in children's lives by helping them to participate with their peers. I often will work with a guidance counselor and will run social skills groups. I may work with an art teacher, a music teacher, or a PE teacher, trying to figure out how to make the environment a little bit more physically accessible so students with a physical disability might be able to participate and have creations that are theirs as opposed to somebody doing something for them. I've worked with speech pathologists. We've done self-regulation groups and self-esteem groups. I work with administrators. We take a look at the curriculum and the environment and figure out what's working and what's not for students. Oftentimes, I'll walk into a classroom and I'll see kids that are fidgeting or having difficulty with reading or writing, and it may be because of the furniture. So one of the coolest things about what I do is it's a problem-solving kind of field where I analyze, I collect a lot of information, I talk to a lot of people, and then I come up with solutions. And often those solutions are solutions that I've come up with because I'm working as a collaborative team. I really love school-based practice, and not just because of the snow days.
Hello, my name is Michelle Gilliam, and I am a school counselor at a high school. I am here to talk to you today about the benefits of being a high school counselor. I became a counselor about 12 years ago because I really wanted to make a difference in lives of children. And I get to do that every single day. Currently in my caseload, I have about 300 students that call me Mrs. Gilliam and come and seek my advice and assistance on a plethora of things. So I get the opportunity to work with students on building their dreams and how to get those dreams to become reality. Over my course of my time, I've got to work with thousands of students, and I get to see each day the difference in the impact that my work is doing. So if you're looking for a job where you really can come in and make a difference in the lives of thousands of people, this is the profession for you. One of my biggest stories that I love is that I had an opportunity to work with a young lady beginning in elementary school all the way through high school, and now she's a freshman in college. And really just looking at that transformation and those dreams coming alive, and I had the opportunity to have a small piece in that. It's so very rewarding. So if you're looking to make a difference in the future of lives of the upcoming generation, school counseling is the profession for you.
Hi, I'm Naomi Shamash, and I'm a school speech language pathologist. When I was in college, I knew that I wanted to pursue a career that involved working with students. So I took some courses in speech and language, and I was fascinated by language development. As a school speech language pathologist, we work to improve a child's speech, articulation, intelligibility, as well as language, including comprehension and expressive language. In the school, I'm so fortunate to work as part of a wonderful team that includes the general educator, special educator, school counselor, the occupational therapist, and we work together sharing our skills to improve a student's learning. One of the main focuses, of course, as a speech language pathologist is to improve the clarity of a child's speech. I had a student who was so shy in kindergarten, she felt so sad that others didn't understand her. We worked very hard on learning strategies to slow down, produce all her sounds, and now in second grade, she's raising her hand all the time, she's talking to others in the hallway, parents are telling us that she's the talker at home and she's talking in all of her extracurricular activities. So it's so wonderful to see that carry over. I also have the ability to mentor new school speech language pathologists that start in the county and help guide their way to improve their clinical teaching as well as learning the processes that we have to follow. I really hope you consider being a school speech language pathologist to improve the lives of students and help their families and really feel a part of the community. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sandy Shefkin. I'm one of the members of the National Coalition on Personnel Shortages in Special Education and Related Services. And you heard from a lot of our members today about the related services and how they help in schools for both academic performance, but also for social participation. We want you to think about joining our team. Our team really offers so much to individual students, to groups of students, and the whole school. We help to make a more positive learning environment and make academics easier to access and participate. We help with communication disorders. We help students to be able to address medical needs, even things like childhood obesity or bullying prevention. We help in so many ways, and we hope you will join us. Go to our coalition's website, www.personnelshortages.org, and learn more.